You remember this? When you were in school, you could get an award for perfect attendance.
Now a North Carolina lawmaker is pushing for teachers to get a reward for not missing any school days, a yearly bonus. This is a direct result of a 2 Wants to Know investigation uncovering a staggering amount of area teachers chronically absent from the classroom.
And while we share what we uncovered, we want your opinion. Use your phone or tablet to let us know on WFMY.com/vote now.
In your own job, how much cash would stop you from taking a sick day? $250, $500, or $1,000 a year in bonus money?
Join in as 2 Wants to Know's Ben Briscoe investigates teachers cutting class.
Out of every 100 teachers in Davidson County, 62 are chronically absent from the classroom. According to the most recent Department of Education records from 2014 that just came out to the public. That means those teachers miss more than 2 full weeks of the school year. Not summer, not spring break, not even winter break. During the school year. More than 2 weeks. And it's not just Davidson County. Guilford County schools had 52% of teachers be chronically absent. Asheboro City schools, 50%. Rockingham County schools, 43%. All above the state average of 34% and the national average of 27%.
That is really an appalling statistic.
North Carolina Senate Majority Whip Jerry Tillman worked in education for 40 years. Over the decades, he says he only took 2 sick days.
We went to work.
So the idea of a teacher taking off more than 10 days, well...
Some of them are truly sick, and you certainly sympathize and you certainly understand, and that's that. But many times the substitute is not that familiar with the subject matter, and you do a lot of busy work.
A Davidson County school spokesperson sent this email saying since that government data was collected, their teacher and support staff absences have fallen to 43%. In part because those who miss more than 10 days now have to submit documentation related to the absences. And Guilford County emailed that some of the absences were for professional learning. And the number may be higher than reality because the attendance tracking systems are more than 20 years old and are pretty limited. But they wrote, "We clearly have a teacher attendance problem that is deeply concerning, and teacher morale and pay are big issues, not just in GCS, but across the state and nationally." Mark Jules seconds that. He's the president of the North Carolina Association of Educators and says there's a lot of reasons teachers miss.
Germs, the flu epidemic, of course, goes around. Pressure from large class sizes, from heavy materials, from responsibilities of working very late in the evenings and sometimes many weekends.
A lot of parents are going to see this and say, teachers get summer off, they get all the holidays off. How are they missing more than 10 days of school too?
And having the summer months off is really a false illusion because many of our teachers have to do second jobs during those summer months, and they also must prepare for their students.
Research shows when teachers miss this much school, it leads to lower student math scores on standardized tests, and by missing scheduled team planning meetings, they can have a negative impact even on the students of their colleagues. Senator Tillman wants to stop that from happening. He says school administrators in the state should do a better job of recognizing the teachers who do show up every day. So he's pushing to start a bonus program for perfect attendance.
I think if there's $1,000 on the line, I wouldn't be sick.
A solution that hopefully clicks with teachers to keep them in school for our kids. Getting back to your votes right now, it looks like 87% of you want a $1,000 bonus, but some of you say even $250 would be enough to not miss work. So that's one possible solution. But I want you to come with me as we look for even more solutions, and we want to brainstorm this together. Now, this is not about blaming teachers. We're here to help find ways to make their life less stressful. So come with me over here where we're going to do a Facebook Live. I know some of you are teachers, some of you are parents, some of you are school administrators. So web producer Carrie and I started this earlier today, and we said anytime someone had one of those good light bulb moments, we were going to turn on a light bulb. Oh my gosh, look at the response we've had so far, but we still have 2 ideas left to find by the end of this Facebook Live because I'm going to follow up on each one of these. So let's start this Facebook Live right now. It's on my Facebook page. Just go over to Ben Briscoe, and we are rolling. We'll see you soon online.
All right, thank you, Ben. After you get involved in Ben's Facebook Live happening right now, log on to WFMYnews2.com. You'll find a tool there so you can check teacher attendance records at your child's school. You'll also find complete responses from each district on our website.
Also, according to the government records, Alamance County schools actually had the most missing teachers, with 87% labeled chronically absent. But a district spokesperson told us they made a mistake in how they reported the numbers to the government, and they can't actually tell us the real percent of missing teachers.
Meantime, Winston-Salem Forsyth County schools were just better than the national average, with 26% of their teachers missing. The best in our area, Allegheny County, with only 11% of teachers being chronically absent. Ben traveled there to see what is their secret. He'll share that with you in just about 9 minutes from now.
Happening right now, 2 Wants to Know's Ben Briscoe is hosting a live Facebook chat with you, trying to find ways to increase teacher attendance. Ben, how's it going so far?
Brilliant ideas from people to the people who have the power to make it happen.
Exactly.
It's so much fun to see that link, and we would love to be able to do that on this issue, because looking at the numbers, there's a lot of people who are going to say we have an issue after seeing those. So any other thoughts or comments you have, Kara, I'm going to give you a second to look through those. I will tell you, we are live back on TV now. I'm sorry, we were in the middle of the Facebook Live here. We got so caught up in all the ideas coming our way. Take a look at all the ideas we've gotten so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light bulb moment ideas. I vow to follow up on each and every one of these over the next couple of weeks. And to get us started, I also went to Allegheny County, where they have the least chronically absent teachers of any district in the viewing area. Here's what they think is the secret to stop teachers cutting class. Tucked away in the Blue Ridge Mountains are the peak performers of teacher attendance.
Because I try to set a good example.
Like Spanish teacher Melissa Vestal. She was supposed to be out for 5 weeks after her knee surgery. She came back after just 2 days.
I just couldn't do it. I don't like to sit still.
The small community of Allegheny County has the lowest rate of chronically absent teachers out of all the school districts in our area. Only 11% of their staff misses 10 or more days during the school year, according to the U.S. Department of Education records.
I work in a motivating place. I mean, the teachers here, we motivate each other, and we enjoy where we work.
Superintendent Chad Beasley says a lot of that positivity comes from the community cheering teachers on.
It's just really key to the effectiveness of what's going on in Allegheny County. Our Ed Foundation also even sponsors teachers for scholarships for them to go back to school.
And their high school principal says community support doesn't stop there.
So many times throughout the year, we may have food show up. One person sends a flower.
You see love for teachers baked into all parts of town. Like Main Street's Mustard Seed Cafe, where every school principal can bring their teacher of the month for a free meal.
They go way above and beyond, not only here, but everywhere. So it's just a small way that we can pay back a little bit of what they give to their community.
Es muy grande.
Showing appreciation to teachers is no foreign concept to most communities. But Allegheny County seems to have raised it up to an art form.
¿Qué desea?
Now, all this from Allegheny County was such a good idea, I thought we have to show appreciation also. So I took a list of every single school across the viewing area that had teacher attendance records better than that national average. I cut them all up into strips, and I put them in this thing right here. Guys, we're going to pick one at random. You want to give it a good shake?
Yes. Let me stir it up.
Who's going to do the honors?
Sure.
Julie, I think it's you.
I'll do it since I'm closer.
Okay,
all right, let's
now,
see who the winner is.
The school that she picks, I'm actually going to take donuts there to reward the whole teaching staff, and we want to show appreciation to the staff. We're going to do that next week. So who's the lucky school?
Well, they deserve it. Drum roll, please.
Dun, dun, dun.
In Randolph County, it's Randleman Middle School.
Great, we can't wait to see you. Now, this one was completely random, but we want to keep it going in the future, and that's where we need your help. I want you to nominate a deserving school. Just send an email to tothankteachers@wfmy.com. Now, I also want to make sure that you don't miss the follow-up on who we pick, which schools, and the follow-up on the teacher investigation. Please just join my Facebook page and follow it. Search Ben Briscoe.